Hey, Persona Core wants to stay for 22 days. Maybe we'll do that. Let's see. For science, at least, right? We failed the quest, is not a big deal. We're back to our 500% no pause, random RNG run craziness. And yeah, hopefully we'll be doing the ship launch later today. We are currently doing a quest to get the Persona Core, which we need to finish off the ship. It would be nice to get our last last person over to no sleep. You know what, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna build a couple more turrets. Now that we've split these rooms off, I'd like to have a few more of these to just pull aggro if things get into the base, you know? That way, if we have like a breacher or something get in, they'll hopefully use their explosives on one of these turrets instead of on us. No sleep means no loving. That's right. No loving, no comfort from their bed. Yeah, that's right. We're pulling out some plastic. I could also just go ahead and make some more bionics while we wait. I need to grab that gold. I think we have so much gold that we can grab from places. We'll go ahead and grab that with someone. Chain shotgun setup. Yeah, it's the one I used in the Dwarf Run. So if you watch the Dwarf Run, I go over it. It's I actually have a audio recording and a script for a shotgun kill box. Always bottomed out on comfort, or is that? Oh yeah, that's why I have chairs. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get comfortable chairs, especially at all the dining tables. That way, if they have to eat, they'll eat in a comfortable chair and at least get some comfort, so they don't get the debuff. Like you can see, they're actually pretty comfortable. So that's about the only way. That is the only way we can do that. Dug too deep. It's in here. Breach raid. Oh, it's tribal breach. Okay. Randy rolling low again, man. I could have been up to 5,000 raid points, but Randy's like, Alligator Lizard, we are going to coagulate this person so we can take them home and sacrifice them. All right, we can get a mood boost out of this. Execute them for the mood boost. This is one reason, like, the run right before this, at this stage of the game, because we were against Cassandra, she always rolls a 1.0. She can't roll less. The breach raids were 5,000 raid points, so that's almost half of a Cassandra roll right there. Reason why I kind of like playing against Cassandra every other playthrough. Here's some beer coming in. Nice. Nice. We got plenty of psychite for us to use, but maybe not for. Man, we still need to make allies really quick too, huh? I would like to make allies. We don't maybe have to, but an infection in the right eye. Ugh. They'll be okay. Probably. Okay. How much longer on this quest actually? When you're ready to jump in the ship and leave for the win, like how do you know when you're prepared enough to start the ship, or like after it's done? After it's done, you can just go. It'll just tell you that the ship engine is done. You just click on it and say, but yeah, it'll when the countdown is going, you can click and see how much longer you have left. And then when it's done, it'll tell you that the reactor's ready. And then you just click on it and say, beam me up, Scotty. But instead you blast off. Blast me off, Scotty. I think that means something else. So I have to ask Scotty about that one. Yeet me, Scotty. Gen Z Star Trek.
I have a story about Red Rocket. Would you like to hear it?
No, Sky God, I wouldn't. But it is about a rocket launch, so he was right on the money there. Arctic Wolf's Revenge. Well, Malin, there was nothing else they could do. You know? There was nothing else your friends could do but blow up your entire body. It was the only reasonable thing to do. Oh no, our friend! He's gonna get attacked by that wolf! Let's hit him with artillery! You must have hated that guy. Yeah, they're always looking for an excuse. Those guys with the grenades. Just wait. Just wait. If a squirrel comes after Bill, I'm rolling this frag grenade right between his legs. He lost his spine, yeah. His spine, his left lung, and his entire torso is gone. So that's how he lost his spine. He just doesn't have a torso. Shredded. It's such a funny name for a status. Because you don't know if they're very like lean and muscular, or if things have been just ripped to shreds. That means the same thing also. Hey, he rolled higher than look at that. That's our first over 1.0 Randy roll this entire run. Well, I don't know about that since we've been at max raid points. It's funny that we were just talking about that. He's finally like, I can do it. When he heard me talking smack, he's like, I can just still do it. Watch. He finally sends over 10,000 raid points. See? I still got what it takes. Zoning and got your kids right side of their body eaten off. You get them bionics, or would you get a new kid? There's so many factors here. I know the correct answer immediately is give them bionics. There's so many factors. Is this like a kid that has been raised in the colony completely since birth? Do they already have a good trait? Or is their learning tier pretty high? If so, yeah. Spare no expense. Get that kid bionics. That sounds like an awful long way to say it depends. It depends. Depends. Child's life. They've been raised their entire life in the colony, but they are only 4. Yeah, I'd probably still give them bionics. In this stage of the game, I would definitely do it because it's bionics are like, oh my god, and Randy's doing some active stuff today. Peter Pan run, children only. Sounds silly and fun. Yeah, maybe sometime. That would be a pretty difficult one. Guest unhappy. How's this my fault? Night owl in the daytime. Literally go to bed. You could go to bed whenever you want. Disturb sleep. 8 raw fungus. Chilly. Cabin fever. I'm outside and it's too cold, but also earlier I was inside for too long. How's this my problem? How many more days do we have to deal with these people? I know it's like, keep checking like every day. Less than 9 days. Found recently that reverses all moodlets could make for an interesting playthrough. So wait, all negatives are positives and all positives are negative? That would be really weird. Seems like that'd be pretty easy. Oh man, you could make that really easy. You could just have your entire colony be producing children, then kill them as soon as they're born, and everyone's gonna be happy forever. That is a brutal mod. Is that terrible? That's the first thing I think of. I was like, what is one of the things that make people really unhappy the longest in RimWorld? It's when their children die. Let's just produce children and see to it that we have that happen. That would be a crazy playthrough, though. You're not wrong, right? FBI. You were thinking mandatory tainted clothing and no tables, but I went straight for war crimes. I mean, we're talking about the biggest mood hits for the longest amount of time, you know? You know what? I can't understand why my RimWorld videos aren't shown to more people on YouTube. Why does the YouTube algorithm not like my RimWorld videos? It's almost like they're being suppressed for some reason. There's no way to know. Just here talking about drugs and RimWorld and cannibalism and killing children and stuff. Yeah, I never heard of that mod though. That would be a funny playthrough, even just like a short one. Deal with pawns that are all rivals each other. Have 4 pawns who all hate each other. There's a couple things you can do. One is you can do shifted schedules so they're not around each other as much. The other way is you can improve social standing between them. And the easiest way to do that is to have one of the ones that that isn't liked by the most people do executions. When someone does an execution, if your ideology allows for it, if someone does an execution, everyone gets a huge social boost towards that person. So you can cycle who's doing executions if you want, and it can get people over being rivals pretty quickly. But that's dependent on if your ideology allows for executions. How do I get my crush to like me? Have you tried taking prisoners and then executing them? Again, RimWorld things. Alcohol addiction? Addiction, rather. The addition of alcohol. Oh, fantastic. Well, it's the guest. He's the chemical interest spawn. And the thing is, I have him set for all recreation. And if you don't know this, chemical interest and chemical fascination can use a recreation block to allow them to take more drugs than they would have otherwise. So we basically have told Mep here that we got plenty of beer and plenty of Psychite tea, and just do whatever he wants. Just party all day and drink and as much as he wants. Well, at least he's gonna be happy. Yeah, I could put him on all anything, but it's too late now. All anything would have been fine too, but Got 7 days. 7 days to do whatever final prep we want to do. We make some bionics. We could start switching everyone over to multiple bionic legs, or we could go ahead and get bionic eyes. Both of those are going to help here at the ship launch. So, yeah, we'll make some more bionic legs. Bionic spine provide any bonuses other than curing? No. Some of the bionics have, or some of the things like that have a cap on it. The cap for that is 100%, so it actually just brings them back to baseline. It doesn't really help. So yeah, it's basically just fixing a bad spine or a bad back with that one. But you know, even getting like bionic hearts can be good. Bionic heart to help with blood filtration. I think it was the fluid ideology run, the first fluid ideology run, where we had someone without a spine for like, was it like 4 or 5 years or more? And no spine, but they were married the whole time. And every day they got the had loving ×4 buff. Like, oh man, let's not think too much into that. Contract, another psychic emanator. Of course, we get offered these psychic emanators multiple on a run where everyone's psychically deaf. Get out of here. We won't get them offered on the next run. All right, spring has sprung. Soon the snow will melt. These royals will get out of here and we'll start the ship. Maybe start it up. We're gonna send off one more trade caravan. Maybe try to get an ally. That's pretty much it. Hey, look, predators. Nice shots. Look at you. All right, so right leg. Oh my God, the batteries exploded. Well, not the battery. Well, batteries caused the explosion. Leg. Bionic leg, left leg. Well, another left leg. Hey, the shuttle's here. We did it. Hey, look, it landed right in the water. Right in the friggin' water. It could have landed here, but no. Get that last little bit of mood screwed up. Hooray! So we're just going to see if we can get the last Archite capsules, and whether we do or not, we are going to start up the ship. They're setting up the shuttle, landing beacons. Depends on the run. If we're doing a big map or we're doing like a mountain map or whatnot, I do, and especially if we're doing a lot of like royal stuff, I do set them up like I did in the Dwarf Run. I think it was the Dwarf Run, and in the Winston Waves run. But on like a normal playthrough, we just don't do enough of those kind of quests to really worry about it. So I typically don't for those. Oh no. Ooh, that was close. I didn't appreciate the water. Wow, that pieman actually getting some shots in. Is that termite confused? It hasn't shot at the wall yet. Man, what's up with these piemen? They're usually not bullseyeing like that. Aries, what are you doing? Well, having the termite die last is not typical, but we have super clotting, so I'm not too worried about it. Usually when I'm fighting like that, if someone gets hit, I double check. It's like, oh, we need to patch it up immediately, but we have the super clotting gene. Oh, the one person that doesn't have it did get hit, so we'll get him healed up. But all right, no capsules there. How much food does she have? She still has 6 meals, so we're gonna... How long until this one resets? We'll just hit this one up here, and then when she gets back home, we'll launch the ship. Gotta organize my pawns in the top bar. I do, yeah, depending on the run. So generally, if I'm using multiple kinds of weapons, I'll put it from... I'll group them in weapon type. And then after that, I like to do it in order of where I'm like grabbing people. So for instance, if like I'm needing to grab my doctors and micromanaging them, I'll try to put all my doctors like at the beginning or at the end of the list. Just depends on the playthrough, but I do drag them around and organize them. What the crap is that other drill? Oh, I left it down there with a steel. We didn't destroy it. Oh no! That's our room now. I had forgotten. Imagine if we blew up those mortars. The run just ends. How anticlimactic would that be? So yeah, we're gonna see if we can get that last set of archite capsules and go from there. But I think we're ready to launch a ship. Otherwise, like, I could keep adding more stuff like this forever to help us, you know, but probably won't. It's crazy they're going all the way around there instead of going through this little bit of water. I'll give us a little bit of kiting breathing room there, or not breathing room, but speed. All right, let's see here. Are we gonna get our last no sleep people or not? Man, no capsules this time. It's like it cycles between them. No, it doesn't, but it's kind of what's happened so far in this run. We'll have one trip out to all of them, and we'll get, you know, 2 or 3 sets of archite capsules in the next venture out. None at all. All right, capsules. No capsules again. And that's it's real unfortunate. Well, we might not be able to get the last person to no sleep. I guess it's not a huge deal, but it would have been nice, you know. All right, all you gotta do is find 1 to 3 more capsules, Tal. All right, Tal. With no sleep genes, they need beds. They still need them assigned, yeah, even though they don't use them. Here we go. Tal's gonna have to fight 2 people on her own. She's not given these. All right, Tal, let's go. Oh, nice spot, nice spot. Bro, get wrecked. Wow. Nice shot, Tal. Nice shot. Counts wrecked that little raid. I don't think she needed the lance, honestly. Especially because it spawned her in that little island in the water. Yeah, she could have wrecked them, but might get another slave or an execution out of it. So they got bodied. Yeah, Tal was a beast. Is a beast. Hey, we got 1. Now, if we get 2 more, we'll switch the vampire over as well. But I don't know if I'm going to do that because his, yeah, I don't think I'm going to. Because his abilities are actually helping us get prisoners. And we need those for mood. So is there anything else that we want to grab over out? I don't think so. I think we just gift them and get home. Buy some extra food, especially now that we have another passenger. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take them home for a because if we execute them, we won't get the -3 for the entire ship launch because it lasts 30 days, or we need to do it every 30 days, I should say. So we'll offer them that gift. All right, home, and then we'll get the genes in, and we'll start up the ship. All right, Tal, on your way home, we'll get this this no sleep, robust no sleep, whatever I have named it, onto code there. And whatever walls we can build in the meantime, we'll build. As distractions from raiders. Then it's go time.
Welcome back.
All right, we will execute these or this one right before the ship launch. We should be mostly within the worm season during this launch too, so that's good. Kind of wanted to get some more mushrooms stockpiles so we could do just fine meals, but it'll probably be fine. All right. Robust sleep. Not enough archite castles. Wait, where's the other one? You guys still moving it? We got 1 from the ship. Oh, there it is. Yeah, someone was holding it. There we go. Buy meals and beer. How you saw the mood issues from no sleep. That was a major part of it. That, and I made everything a room. So everything in the base is a unbelievably impressive or extremely impressive room. So no matter where they're going in the base, even the mushroom farm is very impressive. So we're getting like very impressive, beautiful environment, stuff like that everywhere. I also put chairs at all the tables and workstations that I could to help get the comfort up, and Psychite tea and beer on a schedule has helped out a lot. Yeah. And then cycling in fine meals when we need to. Like if we have an excess amount of food, or if mood's just really bad for a while, we'll use fine meals for a little bit. Almost like a third drug, you know? Yeah, all those things so far have worked pretty well. But as soon as they go out, they immediately get the debuff for being outside. But nothing much we can do about that. How do you deal with drop pod on top of your raid? That raid ends every run. So there is a trick to deal with it. There's a trick to deal with drop pod raids, and that's that drop pods have this AI that if they have a path to a powered turret, they will ignore everything else unless they take damage and get to that turret. So what you can do, and you'll notice in most of my recent runs, I'll have an early turret outside the barracks and I'll have a barracks door held open. And what will happen is when the drop pod lands, as long as you don't attack them first, they will run outside whatever path to get to that powered turret. And so you can set up literally like a little kill box near the turret or where they're going to run out. You can have it outside of a trap tunnel that you just leave in your base. As long as there are pathable ways to that turret and you don't attack them, they will literally just beeline to the turret. You can kill them. So it makes dealing with center drop raids much easier if you have just a bait turret and a path to it. So it's one of those things I try to get up relatively early now. And it's still weird to me. Center drop is the only event. We'll probably have it during the ship launch, but center drop's the only event we haven't had in this run. Like literally the only event. There's a toxic fallout. All right, so we should probably wait for the toxic fallout to be done to do the ship launch. I was literally about to do it, but I don't want to be out there hiding in toxic fallout. So I wonder if we do have enough stuff to drop and get the... it would be really nice to have at least one ally because we have a really bad like explosive pirate raid or something. I mean, we can send gold, right? We can get so much gold. Let's see what this will give us. Out of curiosity. Hide in room. Okay, good luck hiding in your barracks. I'm gonna go in my barracks to share with 5 other people where no one can find me. Great hiding spot. Probably play competitive hide and seek if I had to guess. Yeah, I have not made a leader this game, yeah. In this colony, everyone is equal. No one is a leader. No one is above anyone else's station, aside from Gribbly, the naked moral guide. Summer has begun. Come on, toxic fallout. We need a minimum. If it hits minimum, it could go away in half a day. It's summertime, Gribbly. You get to be a nudist again. Congratulations. What's our scanning looking like these days, too? It's got to be pretty crazy. We have scanned a little bit of material. Just a little bit. You know, just like a few 100,000 steel out there. All right, well, everyone has their double bionic legs. Aside from the slaves, I could give them bionic legs too, but I think we have enough beer for launch. Let's see, what can we stand sending here? I guess we could send them some beer. We are producing a lot. There's going to be another big batch of beer coming in. I have an entire 25 by 12 room for your gene room. Yeah, we got pretty lucky in this one with the genes that we got. The whole reason I went no sleep, I wasn't planning to initially, but the reason I went no sleep was because we got offered a archive metabolism plus no sleep gene pack, so 2 in 1 from like an early quest. We had that before we even have the research to do any kind of genetic stuff. We could also, while we're waiting on this to end, we could make, it's not really going to help very much, but we could make barracks into steel tile just to get the 0.2 cleanliness to help with treating at the hospital bed. We don't need the steel tile, but it's got 0.2 cleanliness, so we'll throw it in. It might help a little bit with some, if we get the plague or something during the surgery or something, you know. Rule of thumb, how many cooks you need per number of colonists? No, not really. If you have a stove and you have a shelf next to there with the ingredients so they can just reach and grab, one cook, as long as they're not like sick, injured, whatever, and that's all they're doing, they can supply food for even like huge colonies. Yeah. Now, when you start doing things like processing tons of drugs, it's really good to get multiple cooks. But as far as if you have someone that's just literally their job is to cook for the colony and nothing else, you can support a lot off just one. Hey, the tox pilot has ended. All right, I think we're gonna see if we can ally those, and then we are good to go. Plus 27. Man, they nerfed that into the ground. All right, well, we are allied. We have 3 call-ins for factions. It matters how much rep you already have with them, and also the factions have a baseline goodwill, so it's gonna be harder to like stay allied with the pigs than it is the northern Korea here. All right, so that should get a lot of raiders on this side that we can pop out and kill as they cross the water. We can keep preparing forever, but I think I'm just going to use the restroom and launch the ship. Of all sappers. Wow, look at that. All melee. I haven't had sappers in a while. All melee tribal though, so gotta be careful. They are impids, I think. Whoa, where'd that one come from? We already made the sound like it was gonna do the fire breathing. I went to do coagulate, but he was standing too close to the body and he just kicked it to death before he coagulated it. What the crap? All right, well, no prisoner apparently. So how do I feel about the no sleep colony? Mood's definitely a bigger issue than it was in any playthroughs with sleep, but we do get a lot of work done. All right, let me split the recording. We'll do a ship launch.